Hello and welcome to my list video. I'm calling it my list video, but really it's just kind of what I've been playing throughout the week. I thought I would start with my Wii game that I played this week, and that was Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? Now, going into this, I have played this once. It's a long story, but I've kind of played it with my friends. So we played the multiplayer game. So I'd never played the single player portion. And the single player portion is what I assume the main show is about. Hey, there's my dog Oliver. He just made an appearance. And I've never even watched the show, so I just knew basically nothing about this game or the game show or anything about it other than the little bit I played with my friends probably close to 10 years ago. So one thing I learned right off the bat is they made three of these games. I can't believe they made three Wii games. And I assume it's the same exact thing. They just added more questions. But anyway, getting into this specific game, uh, I don't know. Okay, I guess I'll just start with like what the game was because like what the game show is because I didn't even know what the game show was. So it's kind of like Jeopardy meets Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. And what I mean by that is you have X amount of questions, and each question you answer, you kind of go up a tier and you get more and more money. And then you hit a certain tier where it's like you're guaranteed to get 25,000 or 50,000. You're guaranteed to get 250,000 or whatever it is. And the ultimate goal is to get a million. Um, and where it is Jeopardy is the game presents you with 10 categories, or 10 topics, or whatever you want to say. And then you just kind of have to pick those 10, and then each one results in more money, and then that's how you get to the million. Now, the topics are, they're grade school topics because it's Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? So it's like fourth grade science, fifth grade U.S. history, third grade grammar, uh, fifth grade music. I'm sorry, I'm just kind of stumbling a little bit, but so you go through that, and then you just kind of go through, you answer questions. You also get to choose a classmate, and what the classmate does is they will sit right next to you on the podium and they will answer questions, and you get three lifelines or whatever they call this game. I don't remember, maybe they're just cheats. But that's another aspect of the Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. And one of them is you can peek at your student's answer. The second one is you can copy it. Oh, so like peek is you can look at what their answer to the question was, and then you can choose to copy it or not. The other option is copy, where you just if you pick that, you just take whatever answer they have. And then there's a third lifeline where if you get it incorrect, they will check your classmate's answer, and if you get it incorrect, they will check the classmate's answer, and then if they get it correct, you get to stay in the game. So there is this like a one save if they get it right. So playing through it, I was not smarter than a fifth grader in the few games that I played of it. It's fine. It's not a bad game. It's not interesting. That's why I gave it a three. It's not bad, but it's not good. It's just kind of boring. It's exactly what you would expect from like a THQ game. A THQ published Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader game. I mean, it's exactly what you would expect. The next game I was playing, I don't have a case for because I own it digitally on Xbox. So I drew a case. I played Saints Row. Please ignore this part right here. I decided to transition and make the gun shoot into the guy's penis who's already dead. So yes, I played Saints Row. I did that on stream actually on my Series X. Uh, and it's such an interesting game because my history with Saints Row is I have played through the first one I played was Saints Row the Third, just because I heard so much about it. I was like, I gotta check this out. I played it, I liked it. Some of the humor didn't really do it for me, but there are a lot of aspects of the game that I really like. Then I went and played Saints Row 4. I played that on like the PS4 version, so it's like the enhanced version. And that is basically just Crackdown, and I fucking love that game. And then I think I played like the Saints Row reboot at sometime around next. I played some of that. I don't even know if I finished it. I definitely played some of it. It was not good. And then I went back and played Saints Row 2 because I was just kind of curious about that. And I heard good things about it. I played through it. So now, with ranking the seventh, I decided I should start with, Saints Row 1. And I played it, and it is just. It has the bones of what Saints Row becomes, but it's just so formulaic, it becomes very boring. Uh, like it has all the missions you would expect. It has the tone, but it's just not all quite there yet. I played it for about 10 hours and unfortunately I just couldn't quite play it anymore. I found myself just getting bored doing the same things and then the one massive cardinal sin this game committed, it's anti-checkpoints. I don't know why games are anti checkpoints. I just don't understand. I will always go back to Grand Theft Auto with this stuff. And how just absolutely infuriating I find that game. Uh, I'm just gonna use I'm gonna use Grand Theft Auto as an example because it's just like it's the worst offender in my book. You'll start a mission. You'll be in a location. You have to go get into a car, drive to another location, start a cutscene, then drive to a third location, kill some guys. Now, while killing guys, if you are killed, you are then taken all the way back to the exact beginning of the mission where you have to drive to the location to sit through the cutscene again to then drive to the third location to then kill the. It's frustrating because it's just clear that the developers don't respect your time. I don't know how else to describe it. They're just like F you to your time. You're just gonna redo this over and over again. And it's just like it's not fun. So in Saints Row, it's the same thing where I was in the middle of a mission and I just couldn't figure out where I was supposed to go next because it's not the clearest. It's an early Xbox 360 game. I think it might not be a launch title, but it would have been like launch window. My guess. So I was in the middle of this mission. I had to kill a whole bunch of guys, and then I had to plant all these bombs. I killed all the guys. I planted all but one of the bombs. I died. I had to restart the whole mission. I come back to the mission. I do it all again. I plant all the bombs, but this time I make the mistake of going down the wrong ledge. Now I can't get back up. I died. I have to restart the whole mission again. There was also another example where I was doing this side mission where I had to build up enough money, and it was like I had to hit 100 grand. So I hit 100 grand. It was a couple seconds later, my character blew up and died. I failed the mission. To me, I hit the 100 grand. I should count as a victory. It probably would in Saints Row 3, maybe not 2. But like it's just an example of like little things that the game that the studio learned along the way, but like the first one, it's frustrating. It's not bad. It's fine. I could play through it, but I just won't have much fun with it. So I'm gonna like retire after 9, 10 hours hours of playing the game because I at least understand what the game is now, and that's really ultimately what I wanted to find out. So it's fine. It's good. it's not very interesting though, so it's just kind of like another kind of like boring meh game. This next game I've been playing on my Connect, it's just something that I was curious about and I didn't know anything about it, and it is Power Up Heroes. Now, according to the box, it comes with a free comic book. Unfortunately, the comic book is not there, but I do have the manual, so that's kind of cool, I guess. But now for the game itself, it is it's a it's a fighting game. It's a fighting game that's kind of akin to either Naruto or I think of more Arms, the Nintendo Switch Arms game, where it's behind the back. And then you're using, because it's a Connect game, you're using your body as the controls, like you contort your body in different positions, and that's how you do the moves. So it's also got a little bit of a Mega Man element, and I'll get into how that works in a second. But so the game starts, and you have like one suit, and then you have to fight another suit, and like you have three attacks, and so you have to just do these different positions. So like one of them you have to do like this. Um, I don't have my shirt completely buttoned. I just like keeping like airing it out a little bit. But anyway, um, so you just kind of do these different positions. One of them you just like raise your arm and bring it down, bring both arms up. It just all these different like connect movements that you do. And both you and the enemy have a health bar. You have three moves each. Three moves, as I said. And there is a very, very basic combo system. They call them chains. And there are certain moves that kind of do. They're good for setting up chain moves. Uh, when I'm playing the game and it works, and that's important to know. Like when I'm playing the game and it works, it's not bad. Like earlier today, I was playing and I unlocked the ninja suit. I am able to consistently, probably like 90% of the time, do the moves, and that makes the game all right. But then I also unlocked a suit that was bionic. No, it wasn't bionic. Was it bionic? It was all like military. It was like weapons and like you'd shoot. I couldn't get any of the moves to do anything, and it was the most infuriating thing I could have experienced. It is also notable that you get like when you start a match, you pick two suits, and then you can kind of like switch between the two just by raising your left arm. Okay, my dog is like, oh, the cat moved. It's crazy. Um, anyway, sorry. I got a little distracted by my dog getting distracted. Anyway, so power up heroes. So you raise your left arm. So there is a bit of a chain system that I haven't been able to completely figure out. But you can kind of like chain moves and you want to like switch between the two armor sets as well. I've been focusing more on just finding armor sets where I can like the three moves I can consistently do them. And like I said, the ninja suit, top tier, that is my favorite one. I did unlock a Raving Rabbids one, and that one's okay. I'm not able to chain well, but man, the moves are fairly easy to get out, and they do decent amount of damage. So I've been kind of rocking the two, like the ninja and the Raving Rabbid suit, the last little bit. Uh, where I now I want to get back to the Mega Man aspect, and where I mean by that is the game is just set up. You have your suit, and you have your character, you have your suit, and then you just pick a boss and you fight that boss. That's it. You don't even have a level to play through. You just fight the boss, and if you beat the boss, you unlock that suit. So that's where I mean by like it's got a little bit of like a Mega Man aspect as well, um, where you're just where you're fighting bosses and getting your abilities. Just drop the game. The one thing I do find interesting, I don't know who is the developer, but it is Ubisoft. This was published by Ubisoft, and it says developed and published by Ubisoft on the back. So right there, this camera. I feel like it should be better, and maybe it's just I have to hold it for a little bit longer, and I'm just not very good at this whole thing yet. But either way, that was Power Up Heroes. I probably talked about that a little bit longer than I thought, but like it's just interesting. It is interesting. I'm not saying it's good. Like I don't expect it to be well rated on the list, but it is at least interesting and something that I went into not knowing anything about it. Now, the last game I'm playing is an actual good game that I'm enjoying, and that is Hitman Absolution. Now, this is a game where my history with Hitman is I played the PS4, the first one, and then I played that trilogy. So going into this, all I really knew about the PlayStation 3 Hitman games, or the like the seventh generation Hitman games, is that like there's one that's bad, and then there's one that's like really good, and it seems like there's another one that's like kind of somewhere in the middle. I think this is the really good one because like this is really good. I'm enjoying this. Like I'm jumping into it. It's clearly a later in the generation game. It looks really good. Uh, and there's clearly like a story that I am entering the third chapter of. But it's okay because I'll play the other ones at some point. But like this game, the gameplay it plays well. It's excellent. You can just like I see going from like this going I can see the transition from this right into the PS4 version. The key big distinction between the two games is the PS4 game there's only like I think like 5 or 6 levels total, and they're just these massive areas that you're really meant to spend hours and hours of time in. By that I mean like in the first time you play it, you're probably meant to play it for like a couple hours your first time. Just exploring the map, really getting it down, learning everything about it, and it's just massive. This game, Hitman Absolution, it's very linear, and the areas and the maps are, they're much smaller. There is there are options and there are things you can do to kind of create some chaos, and it has those small elements that you just kind of find when you're playing the PS4 version. But like it's such a smaller, it kind of feels more like Uncharted. And one of the things I'm kind of excited about is tomorrow I'm recording the podcast with my friend Manny, and he's playing the 007 game that just recently came out. And I'm wondering if like this is more akin to that, where it's very linear, and then there's like cutscenes kind of cut throughout, and it looks great. Like it's a decent enough story. Like I'm not saying the characters are good. I don't like them at all, but like the game does a great job of creating like just horrible, horrible, horrible human beings. Like I am talking about like people you wouldn't be surprised to find on like in the Epstein files bad. Like they are just bad people. So I have to give them credit for that. Like they have done a great job of creating some just awful people that you are okay with killing. Um, and in terms of the gameplay, it is exactly, it's Hitman where you walk around. One big thing is in the PS4 version, you can just walk around and you can just pick up like all the scissors and all the knives and you can just carry everything. This you're limited, you can only pick up kind of one. So you want to like be strategic. I usually like to have a knife just because the knife is just a quick easy stab and you're done. Although the game does kind of punish you for killing. So even like you have a garrote, which is like the wire. I don't love using that because once again that's like a kill. Where if you have that put away and you just use your hands, you can subdue them, which is just knocking them out, which the game punishes you way less for. So like I kind of recommend just kind of doing it that way. But also like it just like the PS4 version, you go into an area, you want to just kind of explore it for a little bit. The big difference is it's only going to probably take you 5 to 10 minutes to explore the entire area. Um, that's not to say that's the entire level. Each level probably has like three or four areas kind of built in. And just kind of think of the game like Uncharted, where it's just a lot of like pockets of areas that you're just kind of linearly making your way through. So I'm enjoying it. It's good. Uh, I expect it to be somewhat high on the list. I'm not sure where it's going to end up totally, but like I figure now is a good time to transition. Oh man, I thought I had this ready to go. Oh, here we go. All right, awesome. All right, so my list here. For Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? I gave it a three, like I said, and I'm locking it in at 36 at the moment, right above Cameo. Now, Power Up Heroes, I'm almost done. I got the achievement for the halfway point earlier today. It's another game, like I said, it's not good. It's not bad. Like when it works, it's not bad, but like it's never really been like that fun. I'm making my way through it. I'm thinking it's going to end up being somewhere around here. The big question is it going to be better or worse than Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader and John Woo presents? Now, Saints Row, it's not bad. It's just average but boring, and that's why I have like this distinction as like four. This is like the perfect game for that. Where like yes, I could play through it, but I just don't feel like it because like I already know exactly everything the game has to offer pretty much. So I locked it in at number four. I guess I could get rid of the Are You Still Playing because no, I am not. And I locked that in right between Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix and a Rogue Warrior. And lastly, the last game I'm playing, I'm feeling way better about Hitman Absolution. You know what? I think I'm gonna change that. I'm gonna give that an 8.5. I think it's better than just good. It's pretty good. Like it's better than Project Gotham Racing, Tales of Vesperia. I know I'm still playing it. I'm probably only about halfway through it. But as of right now, like yeah, I'm feeling like it should be at least considered a top 10 game. So, you know what? I mid video I've already made a little bit of a difference. That's going to kind of bump up, so I'll have to update the website here. But yes, so that's kind of what I've been doing this week. Hitman Absolution. I'm feeling confident as of right now that it is at least a top 10 game. But like I said, I'm only halfway through. I guess we'll find out next week how I ultimately feel about it. Where I should have it finished. Hopefully, I will have it finished. But anyway, I want to thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you next time.